Thomas Rainwater, Gil Birmingham, has an unsolved mystery that can be solved in 1923, Season 2. Since the debut of Yellowstone, when Rainwater took over as chairman of Broken Rock, Thomas, the competitor of John Dutton III, Kevin Costner, has played a significant role in Taylor Sheridan's neo-Western series. Thomas Rainwater tells a visiting senator from Montana that he believed he was Mexican until he was an adult, just before he is announced as the new chairman. While wearing traditional regalia, Thomas offers the lawmaker the cliff notes on his life, and an attendant uses smoke to purify him. When his adoption records were opened, Thomas Rainwater, who was adopted, revealed his American Indian ancestry in the first episode of Yellowstone. The sequence in Yellowstone Season 1 offers the greatest clue as to Rainwater's beginnings in the Yellowstone universe, even if Thomas continues to play a crucial role in the series. We are aware that Thomas attended an Ivy League university to support his folks. Despite the chairman's important position in Yellowstone Season 5's finale, Yellowstone never disclosed Thomas's affiliation with the tribe, which served as the inspiration for his work. However, Season 2 of 1923 might provide more clarity. An explanation of Thomas Rainwater's relationship to Tiana in 1923, given that they have the same last name, Tiana Rainwater, Amina Nieves from the 1923 cast, might be the missing piece that connects Thomas Rainwater to the Broken Rock tribe. Their same last name, Rainwater, is the most compelling link between Tiana and Thomas, even though Thomas was adopted. Details from Thomas and Tiana's storylines are positioned to cross in the future, but apart from their possible last names, nothing specific ties the characters together. Thomas Rainwater informs the visiting senator in the Yellowstone series opener that he was not reared on the Montana reservation and mistakenly believed the senator to be Mexican. The fact that Thomas's adoptive parents persuaded him that he was Mexican, even though Rainwater observed that he always felt differently, might simply be an example of parent-child trust. However, because Thomas was up in the American Southwest, it might have been simple for his parents to mislead him about his ancestry. In the meantime, Tiana travels to Comanche territory, which includes portions of New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma during the turn of the century, with her father runs his horse, Michael Spears, and Pete Plenty Clouds, Jeremy Gauna, in 1923, Season 2, Episode 1. What we now know about the family of Tiana Rainwater in 1923. Tiana Rainwater is from the Crow tribe in Montana, but her tale was picked up in the U.S. School for Native Americans in North Dakota. Since Tiana's grandmother approaches her school's administrator in 1923, Season 1, Episode 2, Nature's Empty Throne, to ask that her granddaughter be transferred to a day school on the reservation, we are aware of Tiana's ties to the Crow people. Tiana's grandmother, Isaacshee Rainwater, Amelia Rico, is referred to the Crow Agency's magistrate by the superintendent. It is implied that Isaacshee and Tiana are from the Crow Agency by referring to them there. Before they took her, Tiana lived with her, Isaacshee recounts. According to the grandmother, Tiana's mother passed away from Spanish flu, and her father is responsible for the reservation's herd. The superintendent, who is unaware of Tiana's multi-generational home, suggests that Isaacshee adopt her to fulfill her request. In One Ocean Closer to Destiny, Episode 6 of 1923 Season 1, Isaacshee is murdered in her house. After Tiana kills the Catholic nuns who raped and abused her at her boarding school, she eventually reunites with her father, who is on a mission to vanish with his daughter. What Season 2 of 1923 can tell us about Thomas Rainwater? Tiana's tale allows 1923 Season 2 to place Thomas Rainwater's beginnings in the Yellowstone universe and perhaps even tie them to Tiana's destiny. Given that Tiana and Thomas have the same last name, Tiana is probably related to Thomas in some way. The fact that Tiana goes into hiding as a result of her voyage to Comanche territory provides more proof that Anna Nieves' 1923 figure may be related to Thomas in some way. Tiana might be Thomas Rainwater's grandmother, but she is too elderly to be his mother. Tiana may have had to conceal her child's identity after she vanished in 1923, forcing her descendants to follow suit. Thomas's mother may have placed him for adoption for that reason. The mother of Thomas, on the other hand, might have just had to go through terrible situations that prevented her from rearing her child appropriately. In any case, it is conceivable that Thomas, a lost descendant of Tiana Rainwater, came from the American Southwest, and the details can be resolved in 1923, Season 2.